So, I don't know how long it's been. I've been recording these entries for longer than I can remember. I don't know what day it is. I don't know how long I've been here. But I'm still editing this novel. Welcome back to Writer's Theory. I'm James Winterthorne, and in this video, we're carrying on with the corrections that I need to make to get my manuscript ready for the next phase of editing. We had the fun intro there. That is to say that this editing is always a long process. It always takes longer than I expected it will. I always think each phase of it is going to go faster than it does. And the truth of the matter is, it just takes a long time. You're never really going to know what you're into because you don't know the level of work that needs to be done at each step. So it's just hard to predict. So you do your best for predicting it. If this were something I was doing full time, if this was a more focused effort, if I had more time to dedicate to this, I would have been done with it in a week or so. But since I'm trying to keep this to about an hour a day, what I would prescribe to somebody that has a job, has a household to take care of, maybe can only find an hour a day each day, this is what it would look like to get a novel from concept to publication. It's just a long road, and we only do one step at a time, and we go nice and steady, and we stay determined, and only do the work that's in front of us. Because if we get too caught up and dwell on how much work it is, this can easily become an overwhelming project and detract from our desire to complete it. So we're going to keep on with what's in front of us and do the work that's there, and then come back tomorrow and do the work that is there. So for this video, I'm going to share with you the progress that I did make. I recorded a couple of the sessions of making the corrections, but I'm a little better than 2/3 the way through the manuscript, and we'll carry on from here. So let's get into the first part of the corrections that I made, and I'll talk you through it. So here they are. Mercer is with the Apache, and we're going through and I'm cleaning up again grammar, anything that's just a little odd that was found, and again we're removing any of the Apache language. Not because I don't want it in there, but because what I put in there I don't trust to be accurate. And so here, he's telling the story of his past. So we're just cleaning that up as I go along. The word shaman, I came to learn in this process. My wife during the edits discovered this, is a very specific term to the peoples of Siberia, in fact. Where I thought it was a little more universal, it is certainly not. It's very specific. And so there would have been no shaman in Native American culture, at least as far as I know, based off the research that we've done. So I removed shaman for medicine man and holy man. So you'll see some of those changes happening here. I also realized going through this, calm water makes more sense than calm watcher, and in several instances the character calm watcher I wrote calm water, or it was corrected for me, I don't know, but trying to catch those instances of having a character's name incorrect, like that's an error you don't want. You don't want any errors, but you want to call your characters by the correct name. It's kind of funny. So that was the portion where I edited the chapter where he was with the Apache, where he met them and he shared his story with them. And I didn't record all of the sessions just because I don't know that you need to see all of those sessions to understand what this process looks like. And I know in previous videos, I talked about what I wanted from this project, what I wanted from this channel. And part of that is a transformational experience. I want to share with you what it takes to start from nothing, to start from scratch, to have just a desire to write a novel, to go from that desire to drafting, to rewriting, to editing, to publishing, and what that whole transformation looks like. And I get that writing a novel doesn't look the same as rehabbing a 57 Chevy or building up a Spanish farmstead or renovating an old church. There's no visual aspect of before and after. So I try to share with you the steps along the way. And it's more of like I'm still building something, but the physical representation of it is obviously not the same. So I'm trying to find ways in which I can demonstrate this journey, demonstrate this transformation, and still be able to share that with you in a meaningful and engaging way. So that's my goal. That's what I'm attempting to do with these videos. And I hope that it's coming across that way. And with that, let's get to the second portion that I have to share with these corrections. So this is much later. So I've done several rounds of corrections already that I didn't record. So this is the latest one, just before recording the video in which I'm talking now. And so we're getting into chapter 9, which I've stated before is probably my favorite chapter in his journey from Missouri to Colorado. So just going through, this is really just some cleanup. There is the supernatural hallucinogenic scene that does require some clarification and trying to reduce redundancies in some of the language. So that's a lot of the effort that's happening here. Not that there's a lot of errors, but that I could be clearer in what I'm trying to describe and not be as redundant. And so that's the push in these corrections. Yeah, it's just some cleaning up, some here and there. I have to like change some sentences, but it's really just some words here and there, and trying to get the story across and the journey across in the most meaningful way, in the most succinct way that still has depth and still has that still have some feeling to it, and still draws you in as a reader without being too short and neglecting that experience. So that's what I have to share. I'm going to carry on with making these corrections, and I guess it's done when it's done. And like I said at the beginning of the video, this just takes as long as it takes. My feeling and my frustration is that I want it to be done now. And that's, I think, a very natural thing. I think a lot of writers in this phase of getting a manuscript ready just want it to be done. And my feeling is one to take shortcuts and to disregard important changes or even subtle changes that make the manuscript better. And the effort right now is one of patience and just determination to do the work. So if you've experienced this before, or you're getting ready to edit a manuscript to get it as clean as possible for publication, or just to clean it up, know that patience and determination, perseverance, are the traits that you want to demonstrate at this phase of the project. So we'll keep it short and sweet. That's what I have to share. If you enjoyed this video and you want to see how far I go along on this journey with Cole Mercer in Ghosts Horizon, or you want other writing related content, well, please like and subscribe. I'm going to get back to editing, and I will see you in the next video. Or you want other related, right, Thor, or